repeated that a lot still needs to be done in addressing cases of gender-based violence in our communities. He also pleaded to the officers to have data on gender-based violence cases in order to know the number of victims. The police are crucial in the strides to ensuring the protection of fundamental human rights. Training such as this are therefore essential in equipping them with the requisite skills in the dispensation of that duty. For Grts News, I am Fatoumata Simaha.
Renowned Gambian playwright and actor Alhaji A.M. Seka has written 3 books. Buba Cisse was at Alliance Francaise for the book launch and he now reports.
Entitled A History of the Banjul Central Mosque, Imams and Bilals from 1900 to 2013, The Tragedy of Masane Cisse, and 3 short plays, namely Fibu Pakala, A Letter to God, and HIV and AIDS in the Family, are written by Alhaji Abdullah Makora Serin Seka, a playwright, dramatist, and actor. The director of copyright at National Center for Arts and Culture, NCAC, Hassan Cisse, revealed the play Fibu Pakala.
Well, in literature, we look at the setting, the characterization, the language, and the plot. Now, when you look at the setting, for example, you got the spatial setting and the temporal setting. We see the setting moving, from the palace in opposite Chendu, going to the Blake Center, and then to the battlefield and back. We also see the role of the griot in the plot.
What we also see in this play is the display of wealth. If you see the play, I hope you will see it. You see that Masane is just obsessed with giving. He's very wealthy and he helps people, but without wealth, he was able to, he felt that he could get anything that he wanted.
Speaking on behalf of the community of Banjul Muslim elders, commended the author for writing the history of the Banjul Central Mosque, including its imams and bilals.
Pictures always add vividness to personal profiles, and one only wishes that the book had more pictures than the few it has on some of the bilals on page 14. Though, of course, we recognize the difficulty of providing pictures for all the profiles, not least because the pictures may not exist. Alhaji A.M. Serin Seka, as we know him now, I used to call him Serin Seka, not knowing that the A.M. meant something. He has done a great service for everyone interested in history. Other institutions can do with an Alhaji Serin Seka to write their histories. That is, to conserve their memory.
Momodou C. Diouf, the permanent secretary at the Ministry of Tourism and Culture, expressed delight to be associated with the occasion, congratulating the author on his recent publications.
He has documented some of his works, I dare say a minute part of the works that he has produced. And I hope that this will eventually find its way into the schools so that our children will be able to know some of our history, because most of the plays, the likes of Fipu Pakala, the likes of Masane Cisse, and so on and so forth, Chedo, are all grounded in the history of the Senegambia region.
Alhaji Abdullah Makora Serin Seka, the author himself, has this to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's very easy. You can even be an illiterate, not go to school and write books. Yes, computer, laptop, and so on. Don't sit down, you have everything, and narrate stories, write them.
Pledges upon pledges were made by people shortly after the launching of these 3 books, demonstrating their appreciation of the author's works. Alhaji Abdullah Makora Serin Seka was born in Batos, now Banjul, in 1932. retired civil servant, former board member and vice chairman, National Council for Arts and Culture, now National Center for Arts and Culture. Held numerous responsibilities, among them founder and coordinator of Tijaniya Group of Banjul to Morocco, and presently is a member of the Committee of Banjul Muslim Elders. Buba SMCC, GRTS.
The Food and Agriculture Support Development Project has conducted a week-long training program for farmers in a bid to arm them with knowledge needed for the project's implementation. The exercise is also expected to help the beneficiaries accrue maximum benefits from their farming operation, thereby bettering their lives. Uminjai picks up the rest of that story.
By the Food and Agriculture Support Development Project was convened to, among other things, provide the participants with the requisite knowledge and skills for efficient implementation of project activities. Presiding over the opening ceremony, the governor of Lower River Region, Salif Pui, reminded participants of the numerous projects initiated by the Jame administration to improve lives and livelihoods, adding that it is left for the beneficiaries to seize the opportunities and better their lives. The Regional Agriculture Director for Lower River Region, Mr. Ibrahim Sedi, thanked the management of FASDEP for supporting the important training. He, however, urged participants to view and accept farming as a business entity in which knowledge such as management skills, business planning, and leadership skills are key to the success and sustainability of the programs. Mr. Cherno Jallo, who also doubles as the Deputy Director, Agribusiness Service Unit, underscored the importance of the training, citing leadership skills development, group development, and business planning as the three major components. He therefore called the participants to be focused, as the knowledge they will gain is indispensable for the sustainability of the project. Speaking on behalf of FASDEP Project Director Fafanding Fatajo, the Business Development Manager FASDEP Ali Jawo, and one of the resource persons reminded the participants of the series of sensitization programs conducted nationwide. The 5-day training is expected to prepare the beneficiaries for them to operate efficiently, thereby driving maximum economic benefits from their farm operations and improve their lives and livelihoods. Uminjai, GRTS.
We'll be back with news from outside the Gambia after this break. Welcome back. A court in Khartoum has sentenced to death the 27-year-old woman dragged to court for apostasy. Maryam Ibrahim's defense lawyer vowed to do what it takes to overturn the verdict. CFI has more on that story that generated widespread international attention.
Yahya Ibrahim Ishaq, a Sudanese bride married to a South Sudanese Christian. The young woman, who is now 27 years old and 8 months pregnant, has been sentenced to death by hanging for apostasy by a court in Khartoum.
Some say that this decision is unfair, but we gave her the time to prove her innocence. We Sudanese believe we have to defend our traditions and customs.
Maryam Ibrahim was raised an Orthodox Christian, her mother's religion, because her father, a Muslim, was not present when she was a child. The court gave the young woman 3 days to convert, but she refused.
We respect the judiciary and the decision of the court, but we have our reservations, and we will continue the legal process by taking this case to the Court of Appeal. If this verdict stands, we will take the case to the African Commission for Human Rights and People.
50 people demonstrated against the verdict in front of the courthouse. Over 100 people were inside the courthouse for the trial, including a number of diplomats. The United States, Britain, Canada and the Netherlands have appealed to the Khartoum government to allow the woman to choose her own religion.